Ashley,
Hello.
how are you doing today?
Okay.
Alright, so wondering if I can ask you a couple of questions. Would that be okay with you?
Yes.
I actually have some notes I'm gonna take as well. Would that be comfortable for you as well?
That's fine.
Alrighty. First I'd like to start out, what is your full name?
Carlos Baine.
Do you know the time?
It's 5:45,
Do you know the date today as well?
March 12th,
Do you know the year?
2017.
Alrighty. And do you know why you're here today?
I have an idea.
Would you like to tell me a little bit more about it?
Well, I've been feeling tired or down, and I wanted to get a better idea why.
Okay. I have a couple of other questions I'd like to ask you about you. Are you afraid of dirt?
Not really afraid of dirt, just don't like feeling dirty. Don't want to be clean.
Anything with doorknobs or handles? Feel uncomfortable touching?
I feel kind of not like a germ person, but I want to make sure that I have a tissue when I touch public doors. I don't like touching them.
Do you have any thoughts that seem unusual, that people think are unusual?
Not really unusual, just kind of wake up tired in the morning, kind of down, not really ready to get up and go do anything.
Okay. So, do you have any fears? Like, for example, animals, flying,
No,
heights, snakes?
nothing like that, no kind of fears like that.
Fears? Okay. Do you have any thoughts of wanting to hurt yourself or harm anyone else?
Not really, no.
No? So I have a couple of other activities I'd like you to do, if that would be alright with you.
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do is count by fives all the way up to 50.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Okay, good job. And I actually have another activity for you. Have pen and paper here. What I'd like you to do is write down a sentence, and then I would like you to read it back to me.
Does it have the same thing?
Just think of the sentence that could first come to your head.
Okay. Okay, it's close my eyes, count to 5. It's kind of way to go to sleep.
Okay. Alright, thank you. Very good. And I also have another activity for you, if you don't mind. I actually would like for you to do 2 circles, interlocking. Would you mind doing that for me?
Like the Olympic sign?
Kind of like that, similar, yeah. Okay. Very good. Just like the Olympic sign. Okay. Another question I have for you. I have an example. When you think of apple and orange, what type of similarities come to your head when I mention those 2
Fruits?
fruits? Anything else?
No, pretty much just
No,
fruits.
just fruits? Okay. Another one I have for you. I'd like to ask you, how many 20s do you count in 100?
5.
5. Good job. Also, I'm going to say 3 terms, and later on, after a couple more questions, I'm going to ask you them again. So just keep them in your head for me. 3 are pen, chair, and flag. Okay, so keep those in your mind. Alright. So I'm going to gonna give you a scenario and you can tell me what you would do in that scenario. So say, what would you do if you smelled smoke in a crowded theater? What would be your first reaction?
First thing I would do would probably be looking for a way out of there.
Way out of there, okay. Another scenario I'm gonna give, let's say you find a stamped envelope that was postmarked on the sidewalk. What would be your first thing to do?
Look for a mailbox, put it back in.
Okay. And, good job with that last question. My previous question with the three, terms, do you remember the three that I just asked?
Flag, chair, and a pen.
Okay, good job. So we have a couple more questions for you if you'd be comfortable with that. So, would you say you're a nervous person?
No, I'm not nervous.
Not nervous? Have you ever experienced like intense amount of fear that could lead to heart attacks or anything more extreme?
No, nothing like that.
Nothing lately?
No.
Okay. Are there any things you're afraid to do and many places you're afraid to go?
I wouldn't parachute.
Parachute? Yeah, I wouldn't
No,
either.
I wouldn't parachute.
Are there activities that you're afraid to do in public, like presentations?
Not as much speaking. I could talk in front of people.
Speaking you're comfortable with?
If I have to, I can speak in front of people.
Okay. Do you have any particular fears that cause you special trouble, like flying, heights?
I wouldn't want to be on the top of a roof or anything like that.
Top of the roof, so you would say heights are a little,
Right, I wouldn't want to.
so heights
If I had
is,
to fix my roof, I wouldn't get up there to do it.
okay. Would you say you're a worrywart?
I think so. You want the best for yourself and for your family, so sometimes you do worry a lot about that.
Do you have any reoccurring thoughts that bad things will happen?
No, I don't. I mean, I worry, but I don't have a recurring thinking that bad's gonna happen. I just worry for the best.
Okay. Do you have any repetitive behaviors that you feel driven to perform?
No, nothing like that. Like I said, I wouldn't get on the roof if I had to fix it, but I don't have anything I think about a lot that I wouldn't want to do.
Have you experienced a traumatic event that haunts you with terrible memories, flashbacks, anything like that?
No, I kind of put things in the back of my mind. When I was a kid, I got hit by a car, but I drive fine and I'm relaxed about driving.
Has that moment come back to you when you start driving, or it's
No, not too much.
flashbacks of that?
No, everything goes in slow motion,
Slow motion?
but I drive fine.
You drive fine? Okay. Have you had symptoms of anxiety associated with a medical condition?
No, no.
No?
I mean, I go to the doctor when I'm supposed to, but I don't worry about it if I
Don't
don't
worry
get
about
out.
it. I have a couple of other questions. How would you describe your mood?
Like I said, I'm worried because I'm down
Mm-hmm.
and I seem to be tired and I want to figure out why.
How long have you been feeling a little down and tired?
It's been a couple of weeks.
A couple weeks? And it hasn't been better since?
No,
No?
no. My appetite's not there. I like to eat.
Yeah.
I got a favorite place to get ribs,
Mm-hmm.
but I drove past it. So I knew you start thinking about things, figure out what's going on.
Are you almost always depressed from what this sounds like?
No, I relax. I got my favorite TV shows I like to watch, and we go to the movies every once in a while. But really haven't do that lately.
Okay. Have you ever had any unusual or strange experiences lately?
No, life's just, regular life. Just, when you get up in the morning and go to work, you wanna feel like I wanna go to work as opposed to, I'm tired and I don't wanna go to work.
So, do you ever have moments where you feel like your mind is playing tricks on you?
No, nothing like that.
No. Okay. I noticed you said that you've been having a lack of appetite, so food has been an issue lately.
Yeah.
So, what would you just describe like your morning like food intake?
In the morning, you wanna feel like, you have a nice breakfast and go to work ready with plenty of energy. And then some days you just, a piece of toast, and a cup of tea, you're fine. But I like my breakfast, I like my scrambled eggs, but haven't wanted that lately.
Haven't wanted that lately.
Mm-mm.
Do you tend to skip out on breakfast?
Yeah, if I just have a piece of toast, I'll be fine.
Also, are you having problems with stress?
I think that's a part of it, where I'm, just worried about everybody getting along, getting better in the family, but, I guess that's kind of the stress everybody has.
So, family and work seems to be the major stress part.
Yeah, at work, they put things on you, but they always do that, that's what work's about. You finish one thing, they want you to do two more things, so.
So the deadlines tend to overwhelm you.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Have you ever had a big decline in your memory?
Thankfully, no, I remember pretty good.
That's good. Do you have any trouble with alcohol or drugs?
No,
Been using that?
no, I just try to get my sleep, I really haven't been sleeping too good, but no, I don't drink anything.
Do you have a certain way of doing things and relating to others that gets you into the same kind of mess over and over?
Yeah, I think so, I think that's where I worry. At work you think people are gonna do what they say what they do, but they don't. So you have to say, okay, I finished one thing, I gotta do two things. They said they're gonna do the same thing, but they don't. That's work.
So work is the area where things tend to go up and down for you mostly.
Yes.
Is there anything that helps you to stabilize it? Try and find a way to have a balance?
I used to look forward to my lunch, but I really haven't been hungry, so if I, have a little sandwich,